My name is Tyler and this is my friend Rob. Time to play Booster Box Prize Pool Challenge. Let's go. I've already opened a booster box. This is what I got from the first 18 packs, and this is what I got from the other 18. Rob and I will each try to beat that amount. Each has a value that we will try to beat. Rob and I will each get half of this booster box, and if at any time we think that our top 6 pulls are more valuable than one of these prize sets on the table, we can try to take it. If we're right, we trade in our pulls and win the prize to keep. But if our pulls aren't enough, they'll become another prize for the next game. And at the end of the game, if we have more than 3 prize sets, we'll sell the extras. Anything else to explain? All right, it's our first one of these. Which side would you like? All right. So I think we're going to try to open these kind of at a similar rate.
Yeah, just, you know what I mean? Just, you know, not hurried, casually, but like getting it done.
Yep.
You know, it's basically the contest of hopefully someone can win that Eevee. Yeah, I know you want it. And I just want it because it's the better, I mean, you know, the one card I need and it's the better card.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's the 6th most valuable card in the set. So we would have to find, you know, one of the others above it or a combination of it, you know. So
you think we're going to get that Greninja?
Dude, it's a pretty valuable card. I personally don't really like the artwork much. I don't understand. It's not my style.
I haven't even seen it.
That's right. You've been totally behind in Twilight, huh?
Yeah, I haven't looked at. Basically, I opened up the last booster box.
So okay, code cards are in the back on these. There's that. Flash that, and let's. All right, man.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck. Frostlass. Good.
Just a walking wake and a Frostlass.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, it would be cool. The Greninja would be cool. It's a really sought after card. Doesn't see a ton of play in live. The code card.
Ooh, oh, I think I pulled one of these already. A Blissey EX.
I got an EX in this one too. So 1-for-1 in pulls.
I'm gonna go ahead and put a sleeve on that one.
Oh, that's right, right on. Apologize for the pace, and this is our first video. Everyone's like nervous, you know, like it's weird. It's a little weird start to it.
It feels to me like if you get an Uber and you get in the car and it's like you're not really sure if they want you to talk or not or what they want to talk about.
It's just awkward for no reason. Like, yeah, kind of a little bit, you know.
It's also a little bit like when you're playing a game with somebody, like you don't really necessarily know how much they want to chat versus how much they just want to play.
Yeah, really just trying to like figure it out, see what works best.
That secret box. Now the thing is that I haven't looked up how much any of these are worth. So unless
most of the specs from this set are pretty, like, they're not very valuable. I got a Chansey SIR. That's a good looking card. Honestly, that's one of my favorite from the set.
I like that one.
Someone got that at the pre-release when I was at Mox.
That's super cute. But I really like having conversations like when I'm playing against people. Sometimes you just end up talking about things that you totally don't expect, and you get like a certain amount of time to get to know them, and then it's on to the next person. Like especially if you're in a tournament, then I actually kind of enjoy when I lose a bunch, because then I get to just have some casual fun conversations and see all the custom decks.
Yeah, I need to play. I need to go out and play more. I really enjoy it. I just haven't had as much luck out as I have online. But yeah, it's fun to just, you know, see a bunch of people, especially here in Portland. There's a lot of people who are like relatively competitive. I mean, we have like a couple of people at that last League Cup we were at that were like, you know, actively they're going to Worlds. Like, you know what I mean? There was, like I said, that one of the the kid I faced, he was in the juniors regionals. I'm sure just the last one I just didn't see. I don't know if he placed, but I know he had the same map, but the top 8 last time I played him.
Yeah, I think we both lost against juniors, didn't we?
Dude, those kids were all amazing. Like, they were really
great.
good. Like I think they all played Dragapult or not Dragapult. Regidrago.
No. What did the
one
guy
played Lost Zone, right?
Yeah,
And the other 2 played.
the guy I faced was playing Lost Zone, and
I played one of the other 2.
yeah, he was a really tough matchup for me.
No, it's the last round they were all 2-2, so they wanted to see who was going to win out of them, and then they all won the last round. Yeah, my last round was against the one I was talking about. A lot of nothing. This one didn't. Oh, no.
I got one of these Ogrepon EXs.
Nice.
And I'm sometimes you're just looking at the artwork. Like, I feel like if it's not valuable, it should have been valuable.
Yeah, I have a feeling they got a lot of plans for those cards too, because like like Cornerstone, like not like at first it's just Teal Mask, and then now Cornerstone's finding more and more use. I use Cornerstone in my Snorlax deck. And I think that those are cards that, like, although they didn't get much use like right after initially like release, I think they're something that's gonna get more and more play as time goes by.
Yeah, sometimes like trying to read the tea leaves of whatever they're putting into this set.
Legacy energy.
Oh, nice. And they're actually like planning for something for like 3 sets from now, like trying to figure out what they've got going on.
No, they're really like, that's the thing, is like people are just ahead of the game. They were just talking. They were talking about decks that like aren't even out yet, like as like competitors, which is like sometimes I've heard that and it's like it doesn't pan out to be true, or they're just not as good as everyone says they would have been. But yeah, keeping an eye on what's being released and what the new cards are, because I mean that's really and what they might synergize with, like trying to figure out what what goes well with what deck, because that's the great thing about Pokemon is like, I mean look at your future hands. All of a sudden the Iron Hands card became so valuable just because of that deck. As before it was like, a mill card.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like the most valuable card in the set for a while just because a release came out that made it more valuable.
Yeah, I think it went from like $5 or $6 to like 30.
It did, yeah.
And I remember I was trying to build an Iron Hands deck, and
that was the part you had to buy that. Didn't you rip a whole Paradox box
I
or something?
I ripped open 2 Paradox Rift boxes that were supposed to have Iron Hands EXs in them and did not, neither of them. But I got a good trade with somebody who had some and didn't need them. Oh, I like this Cramorant.
I got that one too in my personal collection. I am so what? It's 3 to 4.
Yeah, this is my 4th.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Like we gotta figure out the pacing. You know what I mean?
How many you got left?
I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I got 10 packs left.
All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Got something. Got Screamtail EX.
Nice, nice.
Good card.
It's another 50 cents in your bucket.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I don't. Man, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm able to get.
Yeah, I really don't know the
either of those yet.
I know the Chansey's worth something, but I know it's not in the top 10, and the I think the least valuable in the top 10 is only worth like 20 or something like that. So I'm not. Neither of us are. I don't think anywhere close.
Dragapult.
Nice.
I think this looks like just a basic artwork for a Dragapult. Doesn't look like.
Oh yeah, that's the basic. It's a little different. It's just I mean it's a little because I think you're just not as used to seeing the dragon on the EX card or at all. Like first dragon EX. Well, no, that's not true. Got Raging Bolt. And then watch. There's probably another one.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that we're going to demonstrably prove throughout this is that we have a lot of gaps in our knowledge.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep up with. I mean, that's just there's so many cards. There's so many different, you kind of like nerd out on anything you want, and so it's just there's so much like statistics, so many moves, all that kind of stuff, and it's just it's like when I'm playing online, I'll find myself like I'm like, oh, I'm good, like the Snorlax stalling them, and then like all of a sudden they do something, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that guy could do that. But,
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you kind of have to know a few decks that are in the meta, but every now and then you'll face something that is just something that nobody else is playing, and for some reason they just built it very well. And that to me is like my dream. Like I can look up
being the person who comes up with that great idea, that rogue deck.
Yeah, that's I want to be the rogue deck guy, and that requires just having some insight into what the meta is and what it could be.
Yeah, you have to pay attention to what's most popular, what you're going to have to watch out for. I mean, you get situations like Obsidian Flames, where like every other deck was a Charizard deck, and you can't. I mean, even if you don't want, even if you don't like it, you can't not know it. You have to be prepared for it because it was just everywhere.
Oh, nothing in that one.
Yeah, I'm kind of hitting a wall here too. I suppose it's up to 4. I think you hit 5.
Yeah, I've got 5 so far, and I've got 6 packs left.
I've got 1, 2. Yeah, I got 6 packs as well. Yeah, we're keeping and paste on that.
Oh, I see something shiny back there.
And I see nothing in this one, so.
I think that this is going to be a trainer. Yeah. Oh, I like this, Lucian.
It's a good looking card.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you can't help but spoil it for yourself, but it's also fun. Like, it's fun when you see enough to know that there's something good there, but you don't know what it is. Yeah. And then you have the discipline to wait.
That puts me up to 6.
I got something, but it looks like it's a regular EX.
I still don't even think I'm
Cornerstone. That's a really good card. Like I said, it's gonna see a lot more play. Like, I mean, it's basically it's basically the what is it? Alolan Vulpix of this rotation. Can't be hit by anything with an ability. And it's like how many cards? Almost everything has abilities now. It's I said use it. It's a great control card. It's a great. The guy I played it used it in his Iron Thorns deck.
Yeah.
You played him too, right?
I played him too.
Yeah.
And that was kind of surprising to me. Like he had 3 Iron Thorns out, and then pulled out Cornerstone Overcon.
Yeah, he was just using that as a control card. But it's a good one, honestly. Like when I was like, because Iron Thorns is kind of a control deck in a way. It's not that's a good looking card, but that's a reverse holo. I just like that. I like Iron Bundle.
Yeah, Iron Bundle is something that I need to use more.
In my latest online Snorlax deck, I put an Iron Bundle in just to be able to force them to change their active, and it kind of just sometimes it just really throws them for a loop because it's like you don't have any bosses orders, they haven't killed you yet, they haven't got a kill, so you can't counter catcher them. So, but you throw out Iron Bundle and then just force them to switch, and I've been including them lately, and honestly I think it's a good move. So I'm not even gonna try and butcher that.
The first 2 jamming towers I pull are right next to each other. And it looks right. Yeah. Like I think these are all like 50 cent.
That's the one I was talking. That's the one I was talking about right there in the Pidgeot control deck.
So let's see. Your opponent reveals their hand, discard a card you find there. I can see how that would be useful.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just a trainer anymore.
Yeah.
Like the V version of that card. So I got 2 packs left. You're done. We got 3.
I have 3 left, and so far I have 7 pulls, but I don't think any of them are worth anything. Like I don't even think I'm at the $18 mark.
No, I think this is my most valuable one. And I mean, this is probably like 50 cents, whatever. This is maybe worth $1. This, I want to say this was expensive when it first came out, but I think it's just lost value because no one plays Chansey or Blissey really, But yeah, I think I could maybe buy the $11, but I couldn't buy the 66. Or that was
18. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that'd be pushing it, honestly.
What's this?
That's it, dude.
That's it.
That's a $300 card.
I can get the $66 one now.
You just paid for like $2.
I mean, yeah, for sure. But the thing is, I'm never gonna own this because the way that the rules of this game are set up is that I've got to use it to get the 66. Like I can't just keep
So
it.
actually, it's beneficial to me that you got that.
Right. Well, we would have to pull another one if either of us are gonna get it from there. We're gonna have to sell this. Like that's the only way to get it
no
out.
question. Like the way your game's set up, there's nothing can beat that.
My hands are trembling. Like I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, I said it was 301 when I checked the market value about an hour ago. Yeah.
I shouldn't be cursing. I'm gonna have to censor that.
Yeah, I realized I was slipping up too. We'll have to fix that. We'll have to become more.
Yeah, we'll have to watch ourselves. Oh my God, I was not expecting that at all. Everything else was just sucky.
What I love is you didn't even know it was the card. You're just like, is this the one? I'm like, yeah.
Well, I mean, the artwork looks so cool. Like this is deserving of being expensive.
But I just don't like it. Like it's
you don't?
Cool. I like that it's different, but I don't like that. I'd like it to be more realistic. Like it's different. It's cool in that aspect, but I don't like it. Like I don't see the value in it that everyone else sees.
I think I just for some reason I like things that are really colorful and rainbow. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I like the artwork. I think it's interesting, but I just don't like I don't understand the fuss, and I kind of wish it was more realistic. I guess is what I was saying. Like I like this Chansey, like just anything the time when they like kind of put them in the real world. I always like stuff like that. So you just pulled the most valuable card from the set by far. I mean, I think it's 3 times the value of the second place card. So most valuable card in Twilight Masquerade. And I'm not gonna be able to beat that.
But you could still go for the $18 one.
I don't know. I don't need anything from that. Like, well, honestly, at this point, we gotta literally have if someone like a full Greninja team. You know what I mean? Like, so every version of Greninja here. Let's get this out. I will. Yeah. So I mean, this box was definitely worth opening.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah, and that's just wasn't expecting that.
Did this have to be in our first video? This
really
is
like watch like everyone. Once we get like more comfortable and more like kind of like go into our flow, we're not so awkward. We're gonna just have nothing. Not like we just like that one just like slipped through the cracks. And
I know.
Objectively, just had our best content.
Like I'm sure I was supposed to do the YouTuber thing of like, oh my God,
it was the valuable one. You're like, you had to ask. You're like, this is the one, huh? And I'm like, yes. Like,
all right. So I think I'm supposed to, because as part of the rules, I laid it out that it's the top 6 pools that go.
I only have 6,
there.
so that's what
okay.
I got.
That's easy for
Which is what looks like the last 2 you've only got 6 from the 18 packs. So that makes sense.
So I got 8, and I think it would be.
You did very well for yourself
today. I did. I think it would be disingenuous for me to say this is not one of the top 6. All right, I think Lucian is up there. Secret Box, just ace specs. I love them.
Yeah, and a lot of the ace specs, they have their play in the game, but they're not. Most of them are too like one note to really gain a lot of value. Legacy Energy is pretty popular in Lugia, and it's a great. Honestly, I use it in a couple other decks anyways, just because being able to first off, it's a colorless energy, and then even they get hits by it, like your opponent takes 1 less prize card. So it's like I use it in Lugia, and you can or any deck where I want to maybe. It's a 2-prizer deck, and like there's like a squishy 2-prizer, and you can put that on them, and then they're only with 1 prize, and then all of a sudden they come worth using. It's not worth a lot, but it's kind of a niche card, but I think it's one of the most useful of the new ace specs, besides maybe like Unfair Stamp. Unfair Stamp is obviously amazing.
Well, it makes sense that it's not worth a ton because there's not a lot of decks where it would really fit in. Yeah. But in Lugia, it fits right in.
Oh, it's perfect. Not only that, and it makes it's perfect, and because you can use like a Luminion. Like a lot of times Lugia runs Luminion just to get that supporter, right? Well, now they can power it up in 1 turn with this because it counts as a colorless, and it can attack and go back into the deck, so they can recycle it and reuse it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good.
That is really cool.
Yeah, Lugia's it's always been a contender, but it's doing really well. Honestly, it's just it's still a deck you always gotta watch out for.
So I've got to pick 1 more card of these that I will never have. I mean, I'll pull it somewhere else, but like this set is where neither of us are gonna get. Which one do you think is the best out of these three?
Probably the Dragapult is gonna be
Dragapult.
yeah, I mean, just because it's actually meta viable. Although like that one is seeing some play in some control decks,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen some interesting Blissey decks online, but not in person.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I think I'm gonna go for the 66. Should we do the math?
Oh, you got your Eevee, yeah. Huh?
Maybe.
Well, what's I think 300 beats 66. So I think you're good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the math. You just won.
All right. Yeah. The math is on the screen right here. We're gonna pretend we did it. All right. Do you think you can get the 18?
Seeing as how like I like these cards better than I like those cards. If I'm being honest, I would just stay at this. But even then, I know I can't keep them. They're going
right because they're gonna.
But if I had to choose, I wouldn't. Like I would just stay with what I got.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not an option.
No, it's not.
Mine.
And if someone wants to buy that Greninja,
mine.
Feel free. You know, the goal is to hopefully start opening like more valuable packs or vintage stuff. Of course, getting to vintage, but that's just so costly. But eventually hope growing this, get into a contest of like maybe like Evolving Skies booster box, like box off.
Oh, that'd be cool,
dude. Like $4 grand on the line. It's like you gotta hit the Moonbrion or it's not worth it. You know.
And you know how much I love Evolving Skies.
Yeah, no, like and your evolutions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I got a good pull from Evolving Skies, I would be legitimately excited.
I think it's one of those sets where it's more valuable than you can even get. I like the value of what could be in the box is worth more than what you would get if you had really amazing pulls. Like I think it's at that point where it's just like the mystery of how I mean, I don't know, like because Umbreon's sitting at like $1 grand, and so that's only that's Oh no, that's right. No, so yeah, no, you can get more. Did I say it was 4,000? No, it's 400. 400. I didn't.
Yeah, I think 400 is right.
I'm stupid. Yeah, no. So you can't get your value definitely.
But I've got my Eevee
for the Evolutions collection, which is quite nice.
All right. Well, that was fun.
It was. Yeah, we got some stuff to work on, but I mean, we got the biggest pull of the series out of the way, so it's all downhill from here.
Yeah, exactly. Time for some unfortunate.
Oh, you.
Time for some unfortunate news. I just pulled the rarest card in this set, and I guess the iPhone wasn't recording. So I think it was user error. I probably didn't know that if you start a recording from the lock screen, it stops after 60 seconds or something like that, maybe. But the good news is that we have the card now, and it's up to you guys whether you want it to stay in this competition or not. If you want us to sell this set, say sell Greninja in the comments. But if you want us to keep Greninja around, then say keep Greninja, because maybe we'll pull another one and one of us can win this set. Or we can win that one, or we can win that one, depending on what we pull. It is totally up to the chance of what we get. So tune in next time. Hopefully less camera issues. This is our first time going at this, so it's bound to happen. But I mean, what are the odds that it happens on pulling this particular card? Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll happen again. All right. Thanks for joining. Come back next time. Peace.
I cannot believe we pulled the most valuable card off camera.
I know.
That's just.
I know. Pulled it off camera.